Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalist, and we returned Dino Path Trail, where last week a lot of my issues, I think, stem from not choosing the best path to have gone for, exploring and working through our second attempt at things. One thing to really keep in mind that I gotta look forward is, I think the Dino Blessings that you'll find along the way are the biggest help, because they are, exclusive. You can't really make those, whereas things like the gear, the weapons, we can kind of find those or make them on our own without it being that vital for them, but the blessings do give a lot of extra bonuses to help you out. Ooh. Yeah, so I think we're right at the very start of a new one after we just got taken out at Muddy Butch last week. A little raptor, can't fight, but if it's advice you need, I'm ready to give it. Okay. Yeah, so we got the game saved here. I'm hoping that'll pause in a little bit. Seems like that's sticking around a little while. We'll talk to Little Thump. Well, I'm hammering, you're hammering, bandits, keep it up. What we like to build. I don't think there's... Yeah, we don't have anything we can seem to build quite yet. I think maybe after, enough has happened, or, we've had enough attempts we failed, or that will unlock more. Or maybe we have to find it on the way. I'm not too sure, but... we'll pet our trike and set back out for the path. And we are going to start right from scratch. Oh, but we do get a choice here, so I could re-roll or I could get something else. Okay, so bleeding gold is gain small amount of money whenever you're hit. I don't know about that one. Add spear chest base camp when you open each map for a reward. That could be interesting. Or coolest spirit. I don't know what that does is the only problem. Yes, you summon the spirit, but it doesn't tell you what these spirits do. I think the Ankylosaur one gave you, armor sundering, or, more damage the enemy takes if they're afflicted by it, but it doesn't really tell you in this part what it does, so I think we'll try Spirit's Gift. And here... Okay, so... Yeah, see... Okay, there that finally goes. Okay, so we could go for a weapon chest, although that only has one route we can take. That one we can see two branching off this one for a blessing and gear. I'm probably going to go with this one. It looks like it does have two routes it can take, and then all the routes possibly along that have more blessings too. And we can always make up our stuff, so I think we will want to start down here. Or do I go for... Nah, you know what? I'm going to go for the weapon mod, because that's something we can't super... We do have a little bit of a list of, schematics we can make with it, but I think it'll be better if we can try to find some more out in the journey and playing the game. So that way, with that, we'll be able to, even if we die, we unlock blueprints to make them for subsequent runs. And I kind of want to try out the shotguns this run, too. We saw a little bit of the pistol, where it's basically if you get a perfect dodge, you get a free shot off, but I don't think they have that much damage to help offset them. We saw with the rifle, if you get a perfect dodge, you get a perfect shot opportunity immediately with it, so that's pretty handy and useful with certain mods. But I haven't really tried the shotgun out yet, and with, the amount of enemies we start seeing later on, might not be a bad idea to, Oh, okay, that's actually really helpful right off the bat, is a little bit of healing. Okay, but let's just start off, try and get whatever we can so we can start getting a few things like our basic equipment made up. Try not to annoy these guys. I mean, we do have the starter pistol and dynamite combo, but the less enemies we can make it start, the better. So I think we need... Okay, we need to find a twig. Oh, right there. Craft that up. And let's see what all we can find. There were vines here. Oh, I need a better knife. Okay, so can't do anything with that right now. I don't think we need to take down any of the little critters that are out and about. I think it is mostly just finding ourselves more of the generic things in the world and getting our full set of, tools made up. There we go. Right, I need a pickaxe to actually mine that. Okay, we got some dino bones that... Oh, are... There might actually be 2 Parasaurolophus nests. I think... Yeah, there are. Okay, that will be interesting. Because that could give us 2 eggs, and we could already start on that. Oh, you know what? Let me grab that twig. Okay, I think the pickaxe is the better one to go for, because I can always mine rocks, and that'll easily get us more stuff along the way. Yeah, there we go. We can make up the axe and the shovel. Ooh. Okay, maybe I have to try making up the axe in a little bit. But we can get some things started for, like, say, the veggie patch or other upgrades at the main camp. Right now, every little bit we find will help us. I do quite like the little survival loop of sorts of, like, getting yourself started off with the game, too. It's a nice loop of once you know what resources you kind of need for what, it goes by pretty fast to get yourself set up again. And, like, depending on what you're trying to, like, build towards, or if you have a specific build in mind, I think you could really zoom through a lot of the early stages. It's just, I can be a little meticulous in trying to go for everything I want to get in order. And you know what, since we're right by this spot, I'm just going to crack it open and get this one revealed for wherever it'll go along to. Yeah, so... probably will go for that one, because it's another Dino Blessing. I don't care that much about the gear there, but... I want to go for a bit of a better... Well, just to use the blessings in general, too, after last run. I don't think, again, it's super necessary to have to use it, but... might as well get them if they're offered. Okay, that's you and you down. I had to take a little bit of a hit or two there, but should be able to quickly recover from that. Just gotta work on the timing. It has been a little while since I last recorded, but... Alright. Okay, stone axe, and I think that's the last thing... Okay, well, we'll do that and see if I can get some more, find another thing to hunt and get the skin for it. No, don't actually have the inventory for that, so we better see if I can put anything together right here. Missing the wood. God, wood is actually the major thing I'm missing from that. Okay. But, that shouldn't be a problem to just drop something. Yeah, we'll drop that and that, because I won't be using those immediately. Grab that. And, okay, that's for vines. Let's see what we can put together. Yeah, start with that. Now we can put some stuff away. Ooh, right, that. We'll hold on to the rope just because I'll probably be using that soon enough. Grab the can. And cook that up, so we've got a little bit of food in us. Okay, so let's see about getting a little bit more wood if we can. And we will have a couple of enemies coming in just a moment here. I heard the little... No, maybe it's just the one. Okay, there we go. And let's see. Might as well make the veggie patch up, so we just need some iron, and we do have a couple deposits up over there, so that'll be handled in just a moment. There we go. Now, let's see what all we can put together. Oh, no, not that. What do we want? There we go. Yeah, forge table, alchemy table. I haven't actually used recycler all that much. I probably should start changing up to use that, but that'll come in time. And yeah, I think that's about all we can really do for right now here. Can I make any... Yeah, let's make up a little bit of bandage just to have. We'll toss everything in. Okay, so that's all in order. Alright, I wanted to see about the shotgun. I don't think it takes too much to be able to make the... Okay, I need a little bit of brass. We can do that. And what do we need for the coach gun? A couple of refined wood. So that actually might be able to be made right now. Or in a moment, once I find some trees. And I will snag the cattails while they're here. I think the cattails are one of the ones that's a little rarer to try to get if you don't have the right biome. I mean, that's kind of like every material falls a little bit into that category, but just to get started. There we go. And then, yeah, coach gun is basically our entry to it. Oh, okay, we actually don't seem to have, like, the lineup for shots like the other weapons. It seems like it just, on its own, has what it does. So we'll have to see how this will work, but we'll give it a shot. I don't know... Yeah, it's a little weird to work with. I have to see what the perfect dodge will get us. But we'll try to get the eggs. Okay. Oh, I gotta use that healing draw out. Okay, so I think the perfect dodge actually gives us a movement speed buff if we do get it. So it might actually be interesting to try making a high damage shotgun. Just because it could be a case of, instead of worrying about having to, like, charge up the shots, we could forego it entirely. Let me just go looking around for anything extra. Oh, okay, so we got another trail right here. I think that's basically all of those to find this map. Yeah, those are the two. You can see there's a couple lines, like, leading off of each spot for where you kind of go to. I don't know if, like, the double solid or there's different meaning between, like, the dotted, 2 lines, 1 solid line, stuff like that. There probably is, I just don't know what that exactly means right now. No, okay, so this is a shrine. Yeah, so we might as well put the egg in. Okay, so we can deal damage and stun enemies, I think, when hit by attacks. Perfect shot, summon a spirit. I don't know what that entails, or gain evasion based on missing health. Max 6% when at 20% health. I don't really want to get hit. I also don't really like maybe we'll try that, just see, maybe it'll help if we do get a bit damaged. I was tempted to take these spirits again, but I don't know what it applies or what it really does. Like, I don't know if it does minor damage and afflicts a debuff, or it just does the debuff. That's where I think it could be a little more explanation given for, like, what each spirit does. Right, and there's the nest right here. Although one thing that's interesting is you can actually unload really quick with the shotguns. There's like not really that much recoil for getting the next shot if you want to Q1 up. Okay, so that's everything there. Yeah, I need a really good knife for that, so we won't worry about that for now. I think there's just trying to find the weapon mod in the area, and then we are basically good to head off to a new one. Maybe I'll pick the Stratomo. I'm trying to remember what they give. Twigs and berry and plantains. I think I want to keep an eye out for anything that gives us long leaves. Okay, there we go. Take care of them. Yeah, shotgun's going to take a little bit to get used to. But if I am getting swarmed, it is nice where I don't have to worry about like the slow charge up I would have had if I used a rifle. Okay, what do we got in here? Oh, I took care of the lumberjack right away. And there's probably somebody... Oh, yeah, there's a couple of... Oh! The auto-targeting. The auto-targeting, when I pressed the shotgun once more, blew up the barrel beside me. I think I'm going to get rid of the shotguns. In some practice, yes, I could see them being helpful, but as we saw with others, if the enemies want to keep a certain distance from you, you gotta keep running to close that gap, so... Definitely my worst attempt, but at least we tried to see, like, okay, what do the shotguns do? Now we know. Going to probably avoid them. I think I'll either go for a revolver or a rifle forward. I'm actually thinking what I might do is, because we tested with... there's one mod we got where it's like your perfect dodges don't use, or your perfect shots don't use ammo. I think there's like a sniper rifle that only has one round of, or like one round it can have for its magazine. That might be something to try with that. Hello, little raptor. Once again, the magic Dino Path has brought you back. This enchantment is new and ancient at the same time. I know my words are cryptic, but in time you'll understand. Yeah, so we're back here after that complete blunder. Welcome back. Is there anything we can actually build, or do we have to find? Okay, yeah, so we have to find the people for that. So I don't think there's actually all that much I can do right now, so... all we'll do is pet the trike and then keep going on our way. And see if I can just do, like, one quick thing. Thunder Calls actually looks to be an interesting one. Perfect shot, summon Parastral. We need more info on this. That's the biggest thing that I keep running into is... I would take the spirits if I knew what they exactly did, but it's just too in the air right now. Oh, and now I'm at another dilemma. I was like, we could go here, get a bit of gear and a blessing. That would go there, but I can't see how the other, like, future roads go. I think I am going to go for the mountain area. I'll see if I can get us started out again, get, like, our basics in order, and hopefully end this episode with at least, like, we've got the camp made, we've got our tools all made, too. Yeah, that was a stupid move on my part. That's kind of one thing where I am a little surprised they have shotguns, no wind-up, but it makes me wish there was a little bit easier of a way to know, like... I guess it's because it focuses on using auto-aim and your right stick, because you use that for, like, selecting your consumables, you don't really have a good way to aim, like, what your weapon would be. Because, like, you see bottom right, everywhere you move your right stick kind of chooses a different thing for what you'd use. And I'm kind of surprised they went that route instead of using, like, the directional pad. Because the game is more, it recommends using a controller for it. And, like, using the directional pad out in the world actually doesn't do anything. Let's see if I can try to find some more stones. Oh, actually, maybe I guess we can start up here. It looks like this is probably going to be like that trap cave that... Trying to remember where we gotta go for. Ow. Okay, almost made it through unscathed. We got heavy muffler, which gives us more evasion, and explosives to give us the sticky bomb. So now it should be good just to head on out. I am kind of grateful that once you do get the treasure out of these spots that all the traps do shut down. So that way you don't have to brave it a second time. Let's see, we don't have enough wood, or enough stone to make an axe yet. So let's just see if we can find... Oh, there's another bit of stone. But I want to try to go for the pickaxe first, because I think that'll give us... easiest time of getting everything else for the tools. There. Oh, no. No, don't craft. We want to do pickaxe first. And then we can easily chop these down. And we're getting a fair bit more. Is that just... No, that's silver. I need better for that. There's another couple deposits. Okay, so... Oh. Well, I'm actually surprised I didn't get any stone for mining those. I guess it's entirely iron we got. No, iron and zinc. Okay, so I'll have to do a little bit of searching around. But yeah, like, to use every other weapon for firing, there is, like, an auto lock-on that the game uses. Actually, I should check that quickly. It doesn't seem like there's any way to disable that. Seems like that's just how it plays. And if I can get the perfect dodges with the revolver, getting all those lightning bolts come out would be pretty handy. I just don't know if I trust myself with, Nope. Alright, some healing bandages. That's great to get. And it looks like we'll be able to get most of our tools along with opening up the next way forward. Or at least one of the routes forward. Yeah, so... Actually, all in all, I might want to go up that route because it does have the next blessings in the area. But I don't know if I should do the shop instead. Or, like, the NPC one there. But we'll get all those made up, so at least we've got that in order. Okay, need a better axe for that. That's not really too much of a problem. Yeah, I do hear something making a fair bit of noise over here. Oh. Okay, a Nanocosaurus. And a Troodon. Okay, snag some of those. And yeah, I'm going to get a little bit more wood, and then we'll head back to camp and, well, I guess, actually first deal with whoever's coming on their way to us. No stamina. Okay, I gotta be careful. I don't actually have any food or water right now, too. Starting off really poor. Okay, let's quickly try to remedy some of the stuff here, though. We can get that, we can get that. That might be the one thing we'll have to move on from this area first for, actually. I don't think we'll get plantains from here. There might be a couple desert cat, or... I think there have been... Ooh, no, actually, we'll get lucky. Right, inventory is empty. Okay, let's see if we can make the storage thing quickly first, and then pick up some more of this. Like, I'm very glad that it doesn't take too long to get yourself reorganized for every one of these outings. But, yeah, still a little bit of a flaw of, like, I can't increase the amount I want to add to craft. I have to do one at a time. Okay, but at least that's in order there. Might as well grab that. Pick up what we had dropped down here. There's that. A little bit of water for ourselves. And we still have to find the nest for this area, too. Because we found the Blessing Shrine. There we go. Reveal that. Yeah, I'm kind of debating going to the top one next, but... we'll see. It might be maybe the NPCs would be better to find, so that way I can open up what could be more areas in the camp when we do, or if we have more deaths in the series. Get some of those. A little bit more to help there. And I think they might have a nest here. Yeah, they do. Okay, the sticky bomb is really helpful to use on the dinosaurs. Probably not so much regular enemies, given they all have range to them. But it probably would be good to switch up from whatever I'm using for, like, what situation we're in. Say Molotovs for enemies, or bandits, sticky bomb for the dinos. Let's see. Okay, so let's make up a few things of rope to have here. That makes the canteen up, so we got that. We can make that up. We need carrots for that and cotton for that. I'll do that because we might actually be able to make all of the tools up to their second level. That, and that. Perfect. So it's at least a better starting than the last attempt did. So we got those in order. Yeah, I think it's the Sharps rifle is what I was thinking of maybe doing, because it looks like it does have the highest damage for all the rifles. There is the Lamat revolver, which I'm actually kind of surprised. Seems to have the highest damage with the highest ammo count, too. And yeah, I think the Sharps with how high the perfect damage is would be the better one to go for. It only does have the one thing to it. But it might not be bad. Just going to see if I... Just so that way I don't have you biting me. And let's get the silver. And see if we can... Oh, right, gotta drop some more crap off. Oh, actually, let me take that egg back. And might as well make up quite a bit more raw meat, or cooked meat, too. Okay, that's one, but there should be more than just that. There we go. And, nope, just a Troodon there. Okay, so for gunmetal, I need brass. And then for the rifle, I need some refined wood. So let's just get a few trees. I think we'll get the rifle I'm thinking of getting next, and then head out for the next spot and be kind of done. Or, like, done for this episode. Here we go. Do that. Okay, rifle. Sharps rifle. Try those out. And yeah, that also gives us a nice extra sighting for it, too. Okay, so I think we've gotten everything checked out. We've gotten the gear. We're going to get the blessing. Then we'll head out. There's like a little checklist of everything you want to do at each area. Although it does have a very slow wind up for, like, the perfect shot. But the extra range might help make up for that. Yeah, well, you guys can be left alone. And what do we get for the Nanukosaurus? Gain 20% speed when you don't have a food buff. Perfect reloads grants stacks of... Increases damage by 10%, max 3 stacks. Gain regeneration when consuming meat-based foods. Ooh. Those are pretty good. I think I'll go for that one. And see how it might go after. Just because I think we have a pretty good, There we go. You're down. Yeah, the rifle is pretty powerful. It's just a little slow to work with, but if I can get that, or make up that one mod that gives us, like, no ammo is used on perfect shots, it could be a powerhouse of a weapon to use. Just going to get a little bit of extra supply since we're in this area, and these are right here. And then we'll bring it to a close. This game just keeps me wanting to keep playing with how nice the loop is to it, though. I always plan for, like, okay, just half-hour episode, and we're getting close to 40 minutes. That's just how it seems to go for Dino Path Trail. Okay, I think that's more than enough of that. Maybe I'll even try to stock up on some wood, too. I mean, every area does have trees, so it's not too big a deal to need to ever gather more. But just because we can. Oh, and I will snag the silver, though. Just in case we need that for making anything else. Okay, that all looks good there. Throw what extras we can into there. And what do I need for... what one was it? Phantom bullets. I need a raptor talon, black powder, and brass. Won't be getting that too soon, I don't believe. Nor that one. Nor that one. Yeah, it's going to be a while before I think I'll be able to get any of these. Oh, actually... maybe not. That... again, it's too easy just to get completely taken over. With, like, what you can get up to and make and come across. Because, yeah, that I can actually make and put on, so we'll have... apply that to the Sharps rifle. So that gave us another 2 rounds for this sucker to use. And, yeah, I just want to take a look to the top right. I don't think there's going to be anything else up here. I figured just take a little peek before we do leave. Okay, that's enough. We'll head back to camp and see what area we want to go to next. And that way the autosave will bring us to a close. Special NPC... yeah, it is back to more mountain area, but I feel like maybe getting the NPC visits will help us unlock stuff between runs of, like, Bounty Hunter or whatever that other hub spot is. Okay, here we are. And we are going to end today's episode of Dino Path Trail here, finally. Again, I just get lost in it because of how it flows, but it also was... my blunder did have us kind of do 2 attempts, or 2 starts this episode. So thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the Dino Path Trail series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I do see you all next video or episode, those survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.